gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win. I'm gonna find my meaning. I can make a change. I wanna play the game. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win. I'm going off. I know it's time to make a change, and I can take the pain. You wanna sink or swim? I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within. I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win. I'm gonna find my meaning. I can make a change. I wanna play the game, yeah.
Welcome to ArchRivals Football Season 4. Sponsored by Raz Energy, Steiner Sports, and Super Draft Pro. Here is your starting lineup for Season 4. Number 20, Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins. Number 96, Alex, the Bear Man, Kazzaz. And number 69, Ricky, the Master of MayheM, Litwinkowich. Kickoff is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, we are back. It is Tuesday, August 30th, 2022, and I am not alone. I am here with, starting in that upper left-hand corner of your screen, he is the biggest and baddest Jekyll or Hyde of football ever, representing the Dallas Cowboys. He is Alex Kazzaz. Down below me, which sounds very, very weird for this show, representing the LA Rams, current Super Bowl champs, he is Darnell, the Playmaker, Sallins. What is up, everybody? I did that so freaking distinguished for that opening, which is great. All right, so what is now deemed the new biggest transaction day in NFL history? The final rosters for the 2022 season are done. Finished. We are now, 9 days away from opening night of the NFL season. And my boy, the Playmaker, has gone and found a select list of the top names that were on the chopping block for the NFL season. Yes. Who wasn't going to be able to play this season anyway because he got hurt to begin with. So he would have been on the injured reserve for the entire season. It's a viable cut. Nobody's going to pick him up. He won't be back till probably next year anyway. Oh, what is that? His sixth team since he's been drafted in the NFL? What, 3 years ago? listen, everybody at some point needs to learn a lesson. The lesson being, keep your mouth shut, or you'll just get posted onto every roster in the NFL. He may be a another version of the quarterback that just retired. Really? It should be on. All right, I'll have to fix that. Is there no audio on the screen? I have to double check. Let me double check. All right. All right, let me, all right, try that now.
Are we good?
Getting people don't understand that I am doing a show. I don't know, I'm double checking.
No, I don't hear nothing because I'm listening to it in my other ear. I don't hear myself.
No, I hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
I'm
now. I'm on the book of face, and it's good.
All right. So for those of you who didn't hear me, the Bills cut Duke Johnson, OJ Howard. Dolphins cut Sony Michel. Patriots cut Malcolm Butler. The Browns cut Josh Rosen. And Ricky's had his sarcasm that y'all heard. The Texans cut Marlon Mack. And thanks to Anthony Richards for letting us know what the problem was.
Thank you.
The Indianapolis Colts cut Philip Lindsay. Ricky. Philip Lindsay gets cut.
That's kind of a touchy-feely type deal. You know what? I mean, maybe they are pulling the Belichick.
Okay. The Jaguars cut Marvin Hall, Laquan Treadwell, and Michael Brown. The Chiefs cut Josh Gordon, which I didn't know he was still on the team, to be honest. The Raiders cut Kenyon Drake, DeMarcus Robinson, Alex Leatherwood, and Kenny Young. I should know about Kenny Young.
The Leatherwood thing is a little weird. And here's why I say it's kind of weird, is because they were trying to trade him. And at that point, like, I don't know, maybe it's because nobody wanted to trade that that was the way it's going.
The Falcons cut from him.
Now he says he can't hear me.
You weren't even talking. That's why.
Well, let me know if y'all just heard some.
It should be better now. I fixed it. I changed the audio setting. Apparently, the other audio setting wasn't working.
The Bearman was waiting for me to get through the list before he said anything. Former Packer and now former Falcon, because he just got cut by the Falcons, Geronimo Allison. My Los Angeles Rams cut Kendall Blanton. For those of you who don't remember, when Tyler Higbee went down, Kendall Blanton filled in that role during the playoffs against the Bucks and the 49ers. So that's a surprising cut that I didn't see coming. Here's a name that Ricky hasn't heard in a while that got cut by the 49ers. Willie Snead.
He's been around the NFL for a long time.
Yeah, since 2014.
He's been around for a while. Yeah, you know what? Maybe some people are they're like bad milk. They're past their prime. They're past their born-on date, like a beer.
The 49ers also cut Rob the Ninkfit, and DeQuest Denard, which I did not know DeQuest Denard ended up going to the 49ers, by the way. So he's slipping. So this is not good for the former Michigan State Spartan.
Somebody's got their rodeo on in the background. I can hear the show still. Never fails. But anyway, go ahead.
I don't know how, but the Seattle Seahawks cut J.J. Whiteside, a former Eagle wide receiver.
He's another one past his prime.
And Freddie Swain, who was one of Russell Wilson's third target when he was there.
Well, so maybe he'll end up in Denver.
We shall see. And last but not least, and I did this on purpose, And this is where the Bearman's finna be. We might have our first new segment with the Bearman tonight when I say this. The Dallas Cowboys cut Ben DiNucci, Will Greer, Cooper Rush. All three of them were the quarterbacks behind Dak Prescott.
Well, they did mention that either Rush or Greer, one of them is actually guaranteed to be brought back. They did mention that. Now, Ben DiNucci being cut, that's no surprise. But based on how the preseason went, and I'm not saying this because Will Greer is somebody that Mr. Playmaker here is very familiar with, during the days at Florida, but Will Greer actually did a fantastic job in the preseason, especially in the final game against Seattle.
I have a comment to Mr. Anthony Richard in the chat. Don't get so happy so fast. Okay? I'm saying this right now. I say this at the beginning of every season that we do this show. Okay? Just because you believe that you have the top defense and top offensive line now does not mean you will have the top defense or top offensive line for the whole season. Here's why. Here's tidbits that you need to learn, live, and love by. Okay? Washington's front seven last year was deemed the top front seven of the NFL. How did the former football Washington team end up? In the shitter. Plain and simple. Let's rewind quite a few years back. When you're speaking about the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, that Philadelphia All-Star team that they brought in that only finished 8-8, missed the playoffs. Biggest laughingstock team in the NFL. Do not pronounce that your team, as of right now, is the best defense or the top offensive line in the NFL.
Andy, I'm here. You don't have to go find me. I'm not hard to find.
Mr. Richard, I'll tell you, don't act like Cowboy fans.
Because
don't act like a Cowboy fans that say the same shit every year that personally I'm sick and tired of hearing. It's gonna be our year.
I've also heard that about the Cowboys offensive line that was predominantly the number one offensive line in football for the last 5 seasons. And it really didn't happen very much last year. I think they were 13th or 14th overall in the NFL.
They're atrocious.
So you can make the prediction that they could be the top defense or top offensive line. They are not. I repeat, not the top offensive line or top defense in the NFL.
So, those was just the noticeable cuts that I seen. Like I said, not huge names like last year when Cam Newton got cut by the Patriots.
Although I do have a question for you, gentlemen. In regards to the current situation involving somebody that Rick here is very familiar with, Mr. Jimmy Garoppolo.
That is a placeholder spot. Because it can guaranteeingly tell you this is exactly what's going to happen. Trade the line is what? 8? Week 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So my understanding right now, and I don't know who Carolina kept for their quarterbacks. I do know Sam got hurt. He's gone for a while. That's Baker Mayfield and the guy from the XFL, right? PJ Walker. Okay. So, God forbid Baker Mayfield gets hurt. Who would the Carolina Panthers trade for? And on a friendly $6.25 million deal.
Which is a lot less than 24.
I don't know. Jimmy G. That could happen.
The Giants have been linked for them, but I really don't think
Is that Steve?
Yes, Facebook user. No, Jimmy G will not get traded to the Giants. And here's why. Surprisingly enough, if, and I put the big if, bigger than the Empire State Building, if something actually happens to Daniel Jones, they have a tremendously viable backup there already. If he can stay healthy. So I don't put that past that. I don't put Jimmy G to the Giants happening. Okay?
Who's the backup again?
Tyrod Taylor.
That's right.
Who performed pretty good during the preseason. Who shows that
he can't catch a break.
Yes, but you know what? He still has viable talent.
Yeah.
And if you so happen to need to sub Daniel Jones out for a play or two, or if you want to go deep into the playbook, Tyrod Taylor would be the guy for the Giants. But, again, if let's say somebody does viably get hurt, and it's a long-term deal, I don't know, I'll pick my favorite guy that I will make fun of the entire 2022 season. Carson Wentz.
I knew it.
Maybe if Carson Wentz breaks both ankles in the same game again, the 49ers could trade Jimmy G to Washington. Again, Jimmy G is one game away from a starting quarterback getting hurt long term to be traded from the 49ers. And that's a friendly deal at $6.25 million. It's very, very possible. Or maybe Trey Lance shits the bed the first 4 weeks. And then what? Then Jimmy G's back in the lineup again. Trey Lance is the experiment right now in San Fran. I'm putting money on that. That if
Trey Lance is the experiment.
He is the experiment. Okay? Because I can guaranteeingly tell you, if it comes down to it, and the NFC West is not that challengeable, Seattle's a fucking train wreck. Okay? You've got the Arizona Cardinals who choke the second half of the season. The only two teams that I see viable in that division right now, down the stretch, is going to be San Fran and the Rams. I don't see, again, the Cardinals the last 3 years have hit the crapper from like week 12 on. The 49ers have a chance for that division. Jimmy G goes back into the lineup.
Well said. Well said.
All right, so that's the NFL cuts for right now. We are down to 53. How many days you said before the opening night?
Now it would be 8 days and hours.
8 days from opening night here. So
What
we gonna do here, we're gonna take a break, get a quick commercial, and then when we come back, it's time to take a trip to the South, gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Pain Train Pipe Bomb Productions now partnered with NFLShop.com. NFLShop.com, which is brought to you by Fanatics, brings you amazing team items like game day jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, team banners, and more. Check out the link below for great, amazing everyday deals on NFLShop.com.
All right, we come back. We got the first up on the AFC South preview. It is the Houston Texans. This schedule is going to be completely mixed up. I'm saying this right now. It is totally mixed up. It's done random. So we're going to have Darnell start off first with the Texans schedule. I believe so.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, well, I actually had. Oh, okay.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throwing into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
That would be one of the season matchups of the Raiders and the Chargers.
In Raider territory at the 38. Here's Herbert.
Actually, your audio wasn't on. I don't know why, but go ahead.
So as of right now, I have the Houston Texans at 2-15.
Wow.
Bear man.
I may be wrong on that one, but
the number one overall pick. Then.
I may be wrong on that prediction, but hey.
All right, Bear man, what do you got for the lovely schedule?
Like Playmaker says, it's any given Sunday. Well, the Texans. Okay, well, yeah, screw it. I'm seeing an 0-5 start for the Texans. Now, a friend of mine, the fiercely opinionated Mr. Josh McSwain, who's a Texans fan, he's saying this. He's not going to be too happy. But I see an 0-5 start. They're not beating the Colts. They're not beating the Broncos. They're not beating the Bears. They sure as hell ain't beating the Chargers. The Jaguars, the game could get interesting, but I think Jacksonville kind of runs away with that one. Then they go to Las Vegas. But I'm saying 0-6. And they got Tennessee, 0-7. Philadelphia, 0-8. But now it kind of stops. Now they're 0-8. They're going to East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the Giants, and I think that's where the losing streak finally comes to an end. I have the Texans beating the Giants up there in New Jersey. Yeah, I guess they're New York, but hey, they play New Jersey, so technically they're New Jersey. And then the Commanders, then they get visited by the Commanders. And I think Houston makes that a 2-game winning streak. So now they're 2-8. Then they go to Miami, and that's where the losing streak returns. They lose to Miami, lose to Cleveland, lose to my Cowboys, then lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Titans again. They do pull off one win against the Jaguars, and then they close out the season losing to the Colts.
3-14.
Yeah, and this is not. Yeah, this is just like the way I feel.
And by the way, Cole Johnson told me on Snowman in the morning that he had his Texans going 4-12. So, and he's a Houston Texans fan, so that means we not even far off right now.
Wait, 4-12?
You mean
4-13? Yeah,
4-13.
I will probably make some bold predictions with this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be 4 wins.
Okay.
I think it's probably gonna be 6 wins.
6.
Woo. Because the Texans last year did pull off some pretty decent upsets.
I did.
So the Texans may be the team in the South that may surprise somebody. Maybe me. Maybe quite a few other people. But I'm going to say this, okay? On this schedule, and thank God John is not listening right now because he's going to get angry.
No, Mr. B-Sad.
No, you not. Not week 2.
Yes,
week
I see week 2 as being a Denver debacle.
Oh, boy. Yeah. John.
That's Denver's home opener with their new quarterback.
Wouldn't that be fine just to know that diminished Denver offense lays an egg the first home game?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh, my
upset
God.
special. Because I can guaranteedly tell you Denver's going to be a favorite by like around 5 points.
Bearman, write this down. Denver, this is according to Ricky, Denver lose to the Jets and the Texans because we doing the West Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to write that down, Bearman.
All right.
Denver, yeah. So Ricky has the Denver losing both to the Jets and to the Texans.
Mm-hmm. I also kind of see week 3 as a win.
Man, I can see that.
Because I did not see Chicago as a very strong team coming into this season. And I didn't see anything from their 53-man roster that shocked me right off the bat. I can tell you that. So they possibly could start off with the first 2 out of 3. After that,
2-1.
After that, that's where a lot of the question marks may go. I believe I did have Washington losing to them when we did the show.
Yeah, you did.
They can beat Jacksonville, so that's already 4 wins. And down the stretch, Miami and maybe the other Jacksonville game, which would be 6.
So sweeping the Jaguars, going
That'd
to
be
South Beach and winning in South Beach, going to Mile High and winning in Mile High.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And the only reason why I'm going to say that about Jacksonville, and I believe Jacksonville is on our show this week,
Yeah.
they traded 2 of their top wide receivers. I'm sorry, scratch that. They traded 1 receiver and released the other. So unless there's some really good wide receiver talent in Jacksonville right now, that offense is going to look horrible against freaking Houston.
Are they the next team on the docket?
They are. Let's see here. Jacksonville it is. The Jacksonville schedule.
You see how easy I just made that for you?
Well, that's what I had it in order.
You already all right. So you already got them 0-2 against Houston. What's the rest of the division? What they going 0-6?
All right. This is the 3rd head coach in the last 3 years, right?
Yes, a Super Bowl champion coach at that.
Who leaves a Philadelphia team that won the Super Bowl, I may add, and now is going to be sitting here with the land of the misfit toys, is what I'm going to call Jacksonville right now.
Land of
the Misfit Toys.
Yes, land of the misfit toys.
It's like a movie right there. A movie title.
Well, this is now Trevor Lawrence's 2nd head coach. Okay.
Yep.
It sounds like the Jets with Darnell having multiple head coaches at this point. Yeah, I don't have them very high on the list. I say maybe 3 wins. And that might be generous.
3 wins.
Listen, at least they're not playing the Buffalo Bills, who they beat last year.
Exactly.
I think the wins,
Josh Allen saga.
the wins that they may get is Detroit, Washington, and that's even pushing it with maybe 1 upset win against Tennessee. I wouldn't say anything more than 3.
3-14. Bearman, I need your help on this. I'm gonna ask you a question, correct?
All right.
Who's the quarterback for the Commanders?
The guy that sprained both ankles somehow, some way, some form and fashion in the same game. That would be Mr. Carson Wentz.
And at the same time.
Carson Wentz, okay. Who did he play for last year?
The Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis Colts, okay. Why the Colts didn't make the playoffs last year?
Because they shit the bed.
No, why they didn't make the playoffs? Like, didn't they have an easy game to win? all I had to do was win that game and make the
They had
playoffs.
one job. One job.
Did they do that job?
No.
And who was that against?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, so you said Carson Wentz played for the Colts last year, right?
Mhm.
They didn't make the playoffs because they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, right?
Mhm.
And he's the quarterback for the Washington Commanders, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the first game on that list?
The Washington Commanders and the Jaguars. Ha! Is that-
W for Trey, for Trevor Lawrence, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. In the nation's capital.
I'm all for that. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
You're not beating the Colts because now they got Matt Ryan, and I don't think Matt Ryan.
Wait.
would do something stupid like that.
Can we play a game? Are we allowed to play a game?
What game is that?
Let's play a greater than game. Who is greater than who? Is Matt Ryan greater than Carson Wentz?
I'll take Matt Ryan over Carson Wentz.
3,000
man.
3,000-year-old Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan means Carson Wentz is not the one that blew that 20-3 lead.
Correct.
No, but Matt Ryan did blow a 28-3 lead.
Correct.
I
At
can
least Matt
troll him
Ryan
even
got-
if he's not in Atlanta.
At least he got there.
This is true. He
That
got
is
there.
true, yeah. He got there.
So I got them beating the Commanders in the nation's capital. You're not beating the Colts in week 2. You're not beating the Chargers week 3. You go to Philly, you're not beating Philly. So you going to LA, then you gotta go to Philly. You're not winning either one of those games. Houston, you split. I already said you split with Houston because I said Houston was gonna split with y'all. I said you're not beating the Colts, so that's another loss. Giants. I think I did. I pick the Giants. I pick the Jaguars.
Mr. Stephen Waldman put in a chat. Someone offered me Trevor Lawrence for Derek Carr. Should I do it? No.
No.
Absolutely,
No.
positively
No.
not. Are you on crack?
No.
I know you're probably
Yeah,
sitting down, but that is not a good trade whatsoever.
I don't even know why you
Unforgivable
consider it.
sin.
I don't even know why you consider that.
I mean, hey, at least yeah.
Devontae- hold on.
At least
Hold
yeah.
on, hold on. I got him. I don't know why you consider that. Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. What's there to think about? What was that? The Giants. I think I gave it to the Giants. Denver comes in. That's a L. No, Denver game's in London.
You denied it.
Denver game. Ricky. I'm going against the grain this year.
Again, that's why I didn't pick them in London.
And
John, if you listen to this later on, I'm giving you the fucking full coup de grace on that.
Who picked them in London? Who picked them in London last year when they played the Miami Dolphins? Who picked them?
You did.
And what happened? I'm going against the grain this year, Bearman. You have my word. I'm picking Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos to win in London. I'm not picking the Jaguars.
Okay.
I'm picking. Then you come back and you play that Derek Carr that whoever offered Trevor Lawrence to Steve Waldman. You're not beating them. You got to go to Arrowhead and, well, you're going to Kansas City. That's it. That speaks for itself. Bye week. Then you got Lamar Jackson coming in. I'm going to worry with Lamar Jackson despite the contract dispute. You go to Detroit. I think I had y'all beating Detroit. I had y'all splitting with the Titans. So, yes, I did. Yes, I did say that. The Cowboys coming into town. They're coming to Jacksonville. Bearman. I'm picking the Cowboys, okay? I'm picking the Cowboys.
All right.
You beat the Jets at home. And that's 5 wins. Or is that 5 or 6?
There is a little bit of an update, which I think probably should have gone in the cuts.
What's that?
Former Colts running back Marlon Mack released by the Texans.
I brought that up. I don't think.
Yeah, he brought that up. I think it's Philip Lindsay you forgot to mention.
No, Lindsay, he messaged. He said
He
Lindsay.
did?
Yes.
Okay.
I mentioned both. You can go back and listen to it.
Just making sure.
6-11 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3 more wins than last year.
You had them freaking 2 more wins than I did. 3 more wins than I did.
Bearman.
Well, they They do beat the Commanders, but after that they don't beat the Colts. They sure as hell ain't beating the Chargers. They're not gonna beat the Eagles, but I do got them beating Houston at home. So you go from 1-3, you're 2-3, but then you're 2-4. Then they got the Giants at home, but I think I'm pretty sure I picked the Jaguars to win that one, didn't I?
That's 3.
Yeah. And then they got the Broncos versus the Jaguars. Now,
That's in London.
Ricky's the one that kind of already made that particular choice, but I'm not going with it. Denver wins it in London. Then you got the Raiders. Okay, they ain't beating the Raiders, that's for sure. Not beating the Chiefs. Definitely not gonna beat the Ravens. Now, what did I have them against What did I have that one against Detroit, Darnell?
Let's see. You gave Detroit a record of where's Detroit? 6-11.
And I said what I said.
So I think you gave that to Detroit. I think that was one of the 6 wins for Detroit.
Well, I stand firm on that decision. So Detroit goes with it. The Jacksonville kind of gets destroyed by Tennessee, and then there's that home loss to the Cowboys. But I'm willing to give the Jaguars the win against the Jets just in the season. Now, they don't win against Houston in Houston, and then they don't lose against Tennessee in the finale.
They lose to Tennessee or they don't lose at home?
Because
that's in Jacksonville. So you saying they lose to Tennessee at home? Or they beat Tennessee at home?
They lose to Tennessee at home.
All right. So 4-13. So, all right, Master. We got the cupcakes out the way.
I saw that.
We're not done with cupcakes.
Oh, Lord.
We've moved our way up to strawberry shortcakes. Because now we're talking about the Tennessee Titans.
The winners of the AFC South and was the number 1 seed.
And probably will not win the AFC South again this year.
Bearman, you're up. The Tennessee Titans.
Look at that comment. Mr. Waldman.
Jets beat Jacksonville.
Well, you know what?
That's not far-fetched.
No, it's not.
It's not far-fetched at all.
The Tennessee Titans start off with a win against the Giants. They go to Buffalo. Now, they might the loss to Buffalo. I see it as a losing effort. Tennessee is going to fight as hard as they can, but it's not going to be enough. So that's 1-1.
The first of a Monday night doubleheader.
And then you got the Raiders. Then you got the Raiders visiting in town. Oh boy, I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders actually got that one. So I got to give it to the Raiders. They go to Indianapolis. I think they beat the Colts at home. I think they beat the Colts on the road, to be honest.
Ooh, okay.
Followed by a great win against the Washington Commanders in our nation's capital. And then the Colts now are visiting Tennessee. And the Colts, if I have them beating the Colts on the road, the Colts are going to be pissed off. But you know what? Tennessee says we're better than you, and you know it. So Tennessee sweeps the Colts.
Tennessee is sweeping Matt Ryan and the Colts. Okay.
As far as that momentum, they go to Houston and beat the Houston Texans. A game against the Chiefs. Now they got to visit Patrick Mahomes. Well, they're not going to beat Patrick Mahomes. Now, John. Now, this is where John's going to really hate my guts because I can't see Denver beating Tennessee.
Ooh, okay.
Now they go against the Okay, the next game: Packers, Bengals, and the Eagles.
That's a Thursday night with visiting the Lambeau Field mid-November.
Well, they don't beat the Packers. Unfortunately, they don't beat the Bengals either, but I see them beating the Eagles.
Hey, that's in Philly. Okay. All right. You already had them sweeping the Jaguars, so.
Well, they're not going to beat the Chargers either.
Do they sweep the Texans?
Yep.
Okay.
And then they beat the Cowboys.
Ooh, they beat the Cowboys.
And then, of course, they beat the Jaguars. So we got that.
All right, so Master of Mayhem, Bearman has Tennessee at 11-6.
Y'all down in Music Land are going to hate my ass. You guys going to hate my ass down there in Music City.
He went country on us. I ain't see that coming.
Sorry to tell you, Tennessee Titans fans. You're in rebuild mode, boy. Because a lot of people didn't really pay attention to the two transactions that you guys made.
I did.
Julio is down with the GOAT.
Oh, we'll be talking about him in a minute.
Mr. A.J. Brown got traded during the draft to Philly.
I like an eagle.
That's why I have him 11-6, Ricky.
That offensive line looks like it should be in the grocery case at the deli in the supermarket. Swiss cheese. That offensive line hasn't been good in 3 seasons. Oh, wait, no, sorry. When they were in the AFC Championship game battling the GOAT, that's when their offensive line was good.
And yet King Henry still be tearing the league up.
Which means you're going to see 8 and 9 in the box against a crap Tennessee offensive line, and they will be scheming to go after the King. Right off the bat, I'd say maybe 7 wins.
7-10.
That would be 2 against Jacksonville. I believe that would be 2 against the Texans. That would be 4. Outside of that, that is slim pickings. They are not. They are.
Let me guess, Denver.
No, I even have Denver beating them because Denver's front 4 can totally take the job from King Henry by himself. I see the wins coming at the Giants. At Carson Wentz would be 6. And Philly.
Cheesesteak.
Hold on. So both of y'all, and Ricky just brought this up. AJ Brown went to Philly, and both of y'all still had the Titans beating Philly.
Philly can't stop the run. They are notorious no matter what pieces they bring in. Their rush defense is in the bottom half of the NFL. Every year. Same issue with the Kansas City Chiefs. They can't stop the run.
When we get to the West Saturday, we got to talk about the Denver Broncos because I'm confused with you when it comes to the Denver Broncos. But I'll say that for Saturday.
Me or Ricky?
Ricky.
Well, better hope that Mr. Misat joins the chat because I feel like we're definitely going to need that guy.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we will.
We'll just have arguments with him all day.
All right. I said, you beat the Giants starting at the season. You lose at Buffalo on Monday night. The Raiders coming in town. I think you can win that one. I think you split with the Cubs. Don't matter which way you want to go with it. You split with the Jaguars, or you sweep Houston for whatever reason. You beat Carson Wentz and the Commanders in the nation's capital. You lose at Kansas City. I got Wilson beating them at Nashville. You go to Green Bay for Lambeau Field on a Thursday night, and what is my rule about Thursday night? You pick the home team. Bengals come into town. I did pick the Bengals correct.
Yeah.
At Philly, I got Philly. This is going to be a game the Chargers will find a way to choke. I say y'all going to beat Houston twice.
They're going to shows.
And you going to beat the Cowboys. That's in Nashville. 10-7. So take the reverse on Ricky's record. And that leaves the Indianapolis Colts.
Should I lead the dance on this one, guys?
And
Yeah,
got
Bearman,
this
you
one.
you can lead this one off.
Oh boy. Well, because of course, obviously, the first game, they start off on the road. That's actually interesting. But they start off 2-0. They beat the Texans and the Jaguars on the road. And get the Chiefs. That's going to be a losing effort. I had Tennessee sweeping the Colts, didn't I, Darnell?
I don't know why, but
There's no change. Well, the point is, I was going to say, well, I said what I said. What's the point of just changing your mind? Because what's said is it's there. It's strictly in the books.
yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
Then they go to Denver.
Thursday night.
The Colts, they have a history of kind of having a bit of causing problems to the Broncos, don't they? I mean, let's not forget the divisional playoffs back in 2014 when the Colts upset the Broncos in Denver.
Yeah,
Well,
Andrew Luck got one over Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but those teams are they're complete shells of what those teams are now. But I see Denver actually pulling it off. Not because I fear what Sean's gonna say, but I think Denver can pull off at least that upset. Then the Colts go on a 3-game winning streak before they play Ricky's New England Patriots in Foxborough, Massachusetts. But in that 3-game winning streak, it's against the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, on the road against Tennessee, and at home against those Washington Commandos. That's what I'm going to call them from now on.
Commandos? They're not walking around with their junk hanging out. More like their butt crack hanging out, not their junk.
Yeah, but still, whether they go semi or full, they go commando. All right.
Oh my God!
Against Ricky's New England Patriots. Well, is the right? Okay, I gotta ask. Is the rivalry between the Colts and the Patriots? I mean, it's still there, but
it's not as profound as it was before.
It's not as profound.
No.
So that being said, people might still express an interest in that game, but they're going to say to themselves, we'll watch it, but it's going to lack the intensity because this is no longer, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are not there anymore. I mean, Brady's there, but,
It was still viable when it was Brady versus Luck. It just wasn't very lucky.
Wasn't very...
Look at Darnell's head. There you go.
I got him. Was that well pun intended?
I got him.
All right, but you know what, Ricky? Not so much because you're my friend, but I gotta go with the Patriots. It's in Foxborough.
No, that pun was intended on purpose.
All right, but this is where a losing streak kind of comes. A 2-game losing streak because I can't see them beating Las Vegas, but I do see them beating Philadelphia at home. Here's something interesting. This against the
Steelers Monday Night Football.
Give that to the Colts, dude. Oh, well, I'll be damned.
At the Cowboys. Who you got? Isn't Big D.
I got
The
the
$1
Colts.
billion Bud Haven. Oh, got the Colts.
Man, I don't give a damn what Cowboy fans think. I mean,
Now they go to the Twin Cities. They're going to the Twin Cities now.
You know what? Mark Broadman is going to ask me if I'm smoking crack, but I'm going with Minnesota.
Ooh. Okay.
And they got the Chargers against the Colts. Well,
That's a Monday night game.
That's
Indianapolis.
It is in Indianapolis. Mr. Bisak might be disappointed, but I gotta go with Los Angeles, and I did almost say San Diego. But they haven't been in San Diego, God knows how long, and still, some people still say they're still the San Diego Chargers in their hearts.
They at the Meadowlands for New Year's.
Screw the Giants.
Screw the Giants.
Should probably say something more like "Screw the Vagiants."
Next year, boys. Next year.
Oh my gosh.
And
that would be the next year.
Yeah.
wrap up the season. Win against the Texans.
Well, look at that record right there.
What has he got him at?
12-5.
12-5.
12-5.
Well, here's did you go, Darnell?
No, I didn't.
Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I don't know.
Lead off the dance.
Sweeping Houston, splitting with the Jack, splitting with the Titans. That's 4. Home to Kansas City. I'm taking the Colts. Home to the, I say Spain. At Denver Thursday night. What's my rule?
Take the Thursday night team.
Take the home team. Denver. I said Jacksonville. I talked about Tennessee. You taking Carson Wentz comes back to Indianapolis and takes a big fat L. Jonathan Taylor says, hold my beer.
Hold my Gatorade. He doesn't drink.
Good point. Very good point. Good catch.
He don't
Good
drink.
catch, sir. Good catch.
He's straight edge, baby.
I messed up. My bad. You got me. At New England to begin November.
Look at that look.
What I had New England going 11-6. Yeah, I'm gonna take Jonathan Taylor. Notice
Where are
I
you
said
taking him?
Jonathan? I said Jonathan Taylor is the reason why.
Where are you taking him? He doesn't drink.
Shut up. I can't stand you right now.
Listen, this is what I do.
Let's do
I
that.
know. At Vegas. Somehow, some way, I think Vegas pulled that one off. Philadelphia at home. I'm gonna roll with the Cubs. Pittsburgh on a Monday night. I had Pittsburgh. How many guys I had Pittsburgh winning? 9. Yeah, I think I took the Cubs on that one.
Wait, you had the Pittsburgh Steelers winning 9 games this year?
Yeah, I had them going 9-8.
I have to look back over those numbers again.
See, he wasn't even paying attention, Bear Man.
That was fucking 3 days ago.
He ain't perfect.
He wasn't even.
That was
paying
3 days
attention.
ago. I don't even want to remember what I had for breakfast on Saturday, let alone the record.
You might have a couple
At
beers
the
too.
Cowboys.
You might have had a couple beers
To
too. Right?
they begin December in Big D.
Applejack.
I had the Cowboys going 9-8.
Yeah.
So that means I took the Colts.
Yep.
I took the Colts.
Just like me.
We at Minnesota. Braverman. I'm taking your Vikings at home.
Yeah,
Monday
and-
night against the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers. You win at the Giants to begin the new year. And I already said what I said about it. So that's 11-6. And so far, Bearman and myself had the Colts win in the South. That only leaves you. And right now, that looks pretty promising because you have Houston at 6-11, Jacksonville at 13-4, and the Titans at 7-10. So you.
Who do I have where? Who do I have where?
Houston is 6-11.
Okay.
Jacksonville 3-14.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee 7-10. So it sounds like the Colts is winning the South. See you too.
Barely.
Game.
Barely are they winning the AFC South. The Indianapolis Colts have the 3rd strongest schedule in the NFL. Most sites have the Indianapolis Colts winning 9.8 games, which would round off to 10. I believe, however, they finish the season at 9-8. Now, give me my division roundup there so far, and I'll give you the teams that they beat after that.
So Houston, I think you had them beating Houston twice. You had them beating the Jaguars twice. I think you had them splitting with the Titans.
That's 5 wins right there. Win over the Commanders would make 6. Win over Pittsburgh, 7. Then it's a little dicey. Again, John's really going to fucking hate me. They ain't beating Denver. They're beating Denver. They are beating Denver.
Okay, that one is not a head scratcher. Okay, it's not a head scratcher like
The other games are questionable. They can be in games with Kansas City. They could be in games with Philly. They could be in a game with the Chargers. I'm going to go for win number 9. Either Philly or Minnesota.
Okay.
Just to track this a little bit, the Colts do play the AFC West. That division is stacked. Absolutely bona fide stacked. If they went 2-2 in that division, then they got lucky.
Yeah.
But I have them at 9 wins. I don't think they eclipse the double digits. That's why they barely win the division.
Always got the Colts winning the South. Take another quick break. Come back.
Which commercial did we play?
You played the NFL one.
Okay, well,
and Fanatics one.
Show's brought by Fanatics.
So when we come back,
Paint Train Pipe Bomb Productions and the Playmakers blog are now both partnered with Fanatics. Fanatics is now your new home for all fan merchandise. From the MLB, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLS, NASCAR, WWE, international soccer leagues, and golf. Check out the links below for everyday deals on Fanatics.com.
And we're back. It is now time for the NFC South. Starting out with the NFC South champions from last year. That would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh my gosh. Oh, not Tampa.
By the way, I will say this. It is the Bucs, yes. Not gonna lie. But somebody had a temper tantrum on Sunday about the top 100. And I believe he's currently on the show right now.
You damn right I did.
So you know what? I'm going to let you first off, I'm going to step away from the conversation, okay? Because I can't say anything about the top 100. I think the top 100 is totally full of shit.
I'm not saying anything then.
But I want Darnell to rant about Mr. Thomas Edward Brady and then start the predictions. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, I know some of y'all been watching me, so all the things that I did. So you know when I did my quarterback rankings, Bearman, guess who landed at number 1?
Tom Brady.
Freaking Brady. And when I did my rankings for top offenses in the league, guess who ended up at number 1?
Tampa Bay.
And then when I did my defensive rankings, I did all these on Snowman in the morning, so all is all there. You can go to our YouTube channel and see the guest appearances day all day. And when I did my defensive rankings, guess who landed at number 1?
Tampa.
So I kind of blame myself for this situation, okay? But the NFL top 100 is the peers, is the active players that play in the NFL that make this. And you know how they do it. They do it off the season that was just played. So we're looking at the previous season going into this season, okay? Tom Brady throws for over 5,000 yards. Those for over 40 touchdowns. Has one of the great years, okay, for a quarterback. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers still ended up winning MVP, but that's a different rant for another day because he didn't even deserve that. But I'll save that for there. But yet and still, Bearman, who closed the deal in the NFC Championship game?
The LA Rams.
And what's player from that team closed the deal in the NFC Championship game against the San Francisco 49ers?
Matthew Stafford.
No. No.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron freaking Donald. In the Super Bowl, who closed that game out?
Aaron Donald.
So you telling me that man who's in an interior, a man who gets double T and triple T all the time, and you saw it for yourself this past season, and you looked at his stats. His stats up there with the DNs, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He got on the field for the NFC Championship game. This case is closed against a team, by the way, who been beating the Rams' ass 6 in a row, which is 3 straight regular seasons, correct? He said, hell no, not a 7-1 when it all counted, correct? And then in the Super Bowl, did Jalen Ramsey show up for the Super Bowl? No. Because who was wide open on that last play? I mean, literally nothing but him and green grass to the end zone. Who? That would be Jamar Chase. But what did Aaron Donald do?
He sealed the deal.
He sealed the deal. So you're telling me, based on last season, Aaron Donald got to be number 2 and Tom Brady got to be 1. My only logical thoughts of this is because
it's Tom Brady.
He's 45.
And
he did what he did. But Aaron Donald sealed the games of most importance in back-to-back games, correct?
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all set it up, and y'all don't know what y'all did to Tom Brady. Now let me look at this schedule, because now Ryan Jensen is out. They lost 2 other linemen, so they playing with backups to start off the season with. And what does Tom Brady hate pressure at? Up the middle. Now you did get Julio Jones. We're going to see if Chris Godwin can be Chris Godwin overall before the ACL injury. You still got Mike Evans. I didn't see an 87 on the roster.
Oh.
I didn't see 87. What happened? What happened to 87? I didn't see that
retired.
guy. He retired. He retired. Really? Bruce Arians said, I'm going to the office. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the front office. Todd Bowles, you got it from here, which I'm thankful for because that's another African-American coach. Let's get the coach in there.
Todd Bowles.
And now, the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry were, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that. Okay? Because some of the same problems that y'all have in the Cowboys. I mean, matter of fact, they just cut the rest of their damn quarterback room except that Prescott, for goodness sakes.
Well, remember, like I said, the whole thing between Will Greer and Cooper Rush, one of them's coming back.
It's the Cowboys. Week 2.
Exactly.
Is that at New Orleans? That is at New Orleans. I think that's the Saints home opener. I'm going Saints because you know why?
You have Tampa 0-2, don't you?
No, I got them beating Dallas.
Okay.
I got them winning at Dallas. But they're going to the Saints, and they're going to lose to the Saints because the Saints have their number. And Tom Brady ain't figured them out yet.
He probably won't.
At home against Aaron, it's TD 12 and they roar one more time, and it's in Tampa. I'm taking Tampa. Something about teams that's from the north coming down to the south don't do well. They just don't do. Is it the Heat? I think it's the Heat. Is it the Heat? Because New England can't go down to Miami and win, and Kansas City can't go to Tampa and win, and Green Bay can't go to Tampa and win. Is it the Heat?
Maybe.
Matter of fact, Green Bay had to play New Orleans in Jacksonville because New Orleans was having stadium problems, and New Orleans put a beat beating on them like Aaron Rodgers never took before. Something about the South, okay? I don't know. And then you got Kansas City coming in. I just said Kansas City don't win in the something, so that tells you right there who I'm picking up. You'll sweep Atlanta because it's the Falcons. Somehow, someway you'll split. You'll finally find a way to beat the Saints the second go around, which is in Tampa. You should beat the Panthers twice. Lamar Jackson versus Tom Brady. You know, I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson. And then the Rams come into town. And we're going back to Tampa. The site of the divisional round where, when Matthew Stafford hit Cooper Kupp out of like a 54-yard bomb that led to the game with a field goal. Matter of fact, Tom Brady has not beaten the Rams since he became a Buccaneer. You know that?
Yeah.
He even lost to Jared Goff on a Monday Night Football that was in Tampa.
I wonder why that happened.
Monday Night Football. Jared Goff outplayed the GOAT.
Yeah, but the GOAT won when it mattered. And that was in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, burn.
But, I said it on Rambly Talk.
I figured that's something that Ricky would say. I'm surprised I beat Ricky to it.
I have Tom Brady finally beating the Rams. I think he's getting sick and tired of losing to the Rams and Aaron Donald. I think he's getting tired of it. He's tired of seeing 99 kick his ass since he became a Buck. Yeah, you'll beat Seattle. What the hell? Cleveland. Is that the game when Deshaun Watson comes back?
It is.
You'll beat them. I say you'll finally split with New Orleans. San Francisco, and that's at San Francisco. I'm taking San Francisco. Bengals. Joe Burrow gets a shot at the GOATs. I'm taking the GOAT, and that's at home. At the Cardinals. Somehow, some way, I think the Cardinals find a way to win this game. Somehow, some way. There's no evidence for me to even say this. But somehow, some way, the Cardinals, because they would have the Hunter Hawkins back by way before then, they'll find a way to win that game for some reason. And I say they'll beat the Panthers and tie. So that's 11-6. One less win than last year. Hey, anybody want to jump in?
I'll let the Bear Man go.
All right. Well, they're certainly not losing to my Cowboys, so that's 1-0. But like Darnell explained, the whole situation with the Saints. That's why the Saints are definitely gonna have to find. They're definitely gonna find a way to pull it off, but it'll certainly be tough. We'll see if Jameis Winston can stay healthy. Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. The Battle of the Bays. Interesting. One from the cold, one in the warm. Let's go with screw it. I'm going Tampa. And then Kansas City versus Tampa. Gotta go with Tampa on that one too. So Tampa goes on a winning streak, but I think it gets halted against the Los Angeles Rams because I think the Rams actually do it again. Just to piss off Thomas Edward Brady. So the winning streak snaps against the Los Angeles Rams.
You at 7.
Mm-hmm. But the winning streak starts up again. And I think they wish to win all the rest of their games. That's what I would think, but I don't think it's going to go like that, honestly. Because I do believe that somehow they're going to find a way to lose to the Cardinals, but it's the Cardinals that usually shit the bed late in the season, right? But I think Arizona kind of gets lucky. But I believe somehow Cincinnati might actually beat Tampa. The final 2 games against Carolina and Atlanta, those are wins.
Oh, wow. Okay. 13-4.
Now we go to Brother Ricky.
So I gave them one less win than last year. Bearman gave them one more win than last year.
Tampa's got the 7th toughest schedule in the NFL. Projected to win 11 and a half games. Let's do a little beautiful rundown of what the Tampa Bay schedule is going to be. I'm going to go dramatic because they're the best team in this division. Win over Dallas. Loss at Saints. Win at Green Bay. Win versus Kansas City. It's 3-1. Beat the Falcons. Beat the Steelers. Beat the Panthers. Lose 2 in a row to the Ravens and the Rams. Beat Seattle. Beat the Browns. Beat the Saints. Lose to the 49ers. Beat the Bengals. And win 2 out of their last 3. The win should be Carolina and the Falcons. I'll give the Cardinals a game in December.
So you got them going the same as last year.
Yep.
I gave them one less. Bearman gave them one more. And Ricky says they stay the same.
Well, even though there's no number 87 running around on the field, there's still 2 viable other tight ends on the team. Not Gronk level, but they do have position. They do potentially have a Pro Bowler on the 5 major spots of the team. That would be at running back, at wide receiver, and at tight end. Because those 2 other guys that nobody really fails to notice probably did learn a lot from Gronk and didn't have the pliability because Gronk was there.
Okay. Well, who's next on the docket?
Next on the docket is, let's see here, who did I have next? Oh, yeah, that would be the Carolina Panthers, which I bitched about earlier.
Well, since you started it, you might as well finish it.
Okay. Carolina opens up week 1. Obviously, it is Baker versus the Browns.
Which is open his damn mouth again.
Didn't he get taken off all the commercials because he's not with the Browns anymore?
That's a very good point. I have not seen a Baker Mayfield progressive commercial.
Yeah, because he's not.
Maybe they saving him for when the season starts.
He's not in the turd burglar country anymore.
Maybe they wait until the season starts and roll him out.
I'm looking at close to a sub 500 record for the Panthers.
There's no such thing as 500 no more.
Yes, there. Well, that's why I said sub 500. Only reason being is yes. They have Baker Mayfield. That's all fine and great. But the Ed
So are we talking 8 or are we talking 9?
I'm talking shade maybe 7.
7 and 10.
Because
Baker Mayfield actually said something about an hour ago about the Browns. I think that's what you were talking about.
Listen, he could say everything until the frickin' cows come home, and they're on the other side of the country. Okay? The problem with the Carolina Panthers is always going to question the health of Christian McCaffrey. Is that offensive line any better? In my opinion, absolutely, positively, no. No. The only wins they could possibly see on this schedule, it'll be a totally different animal. Wins against Detroit, wins against Pittsburgh, win against Seattle, twice over the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons are anything viable. We're coming up to them later. That would be 5. And then I say they beat the Browns opening night. or opening afternoon. But outside of that, they split with the Saints. That would be 7.
Split with the Saints.
Split with the Saints. They'll win at home, but they won't win under the dome.
They're not beating Cleveland.
I don't have them beating Cleveland. I really honestly don't have them beating the Giants. I think the Cardinals smashed them.
They not beating. They'll split with the Falcons. They're not beating Tampa nor New Orleans. They'll get the Cardinals because that's part of the 6-game suspension for DeAndre Hopkins. Not beating San Fran yet. Damn sure ain't beating the Rams, and that's in LA, by the way.
Wait, who did the Cardinals sign for all that money, by the way? You remember?
Hollywood Brown.
Oh, yeah. And who was the other guy? They spent like 3 years, $66 million on? Yeah, Rondell Moore.
Rondell Moore?
Yeah.
Rondell Moore scares me more than Hollywood Brown. Bengals on the road? Hell no. Baltimore on the road? Hell. The big crab kick? Hell no.
What's up to my boy
Only
Wade Kite out
Denver.
in Vegas, baby?
Only Denver. Wade, what's good? Yeah. Will Baker Mayfield still be the quarterback by the time they play Denver?
No.
Then no, they're not beating Denver. Seattle, yeah, probably win that one. That's even though that's in Seattle. Home to Pittsburgh. I think Kenny Pickett should be the quarterback by then, and I like that team a little more better. I'm going Kenny Pickett in the Pittsburgh Steelers. You'll beat Detroit at home. And you finish off with the Bucks in the Sun. Yeah. Ooh. 4-13. Bearman. I don't have the patience for the Carolina, so I just want to go ahead and get out.
Yeah, neither do I. That's why I have Carolina being at one point winless. They're not beating the Browns. They're not beating the Browns. I wish I could say they could beat the Giants, but they're not beating the Giants. Sure, they're not beating the Saints, not beating the Cardinals, not beating the 49ers, not beating the Rams, nor the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So where's that as far as winless goes?
That's 1-7.
All right. But they will. No 17 beating Atlanta in Atlanta. Nope. Not happening. Now I'm 0-9. Yeah, well, they're not beating Cincinnati. That's 0-9. But they'll beat Atlanta at home, so they're 1-9. But then the losing streak continues again. You're not beating Baltimore. You're not beating Denver. You might beat Seattle. So, but I'll give. But I think, by then Baker Mayfield is not going to be the quarterback. So I got Seattle winning. I got Pittsburgh winning. I got Detroit winning. That's it. So yeah, I think we got the record already. Carolina, I think, gets the number 1 overall pick.
2-15.
Ooh. I'm a little bit more credit than the 2 wins, but Jesus. No. You said you had Houston winning the number 1 pick. Make up your fucking mind.
Nope.
He said before in the show, quote, Houston gets the number 1 pick in the draft.
Did. No, I'm saying he did, but when I'm looking at the record, no, that's Carolina right now. Carolina.
Wade, we'll be talking about that on Saturday. We're talking about the West on Saturday.
It's happened all the time, my friend. Like, yeah, once you, and then all of a sudden you go through the schedule, like, nope, looks like this team's now getting number one pick. It's a judgment call, Mr. Master of Mayhem. You should know all about judgment.
Listen, judgments are like opinions. All right? We're going to put them on the same level now, okay? That's
who's next?
That's how we roll on this show. Oh, look at that. We go down to New Orleans. Give me some crawfish. Give me some...
go to a jazz club.
New Orleans.
Get me down there in the Mardi Gras capital of the world.
Bourbon Street, baby.
Big Easy.
Wait, the first game is September 8th.
Is away.
Next week.
The white is away. Home is the goat, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we.
It's okay. I got my own notes, but I appreciate that.
Go for it.
You guys know I do my homework. I'm prepared.
Yes.
Well, the Saints. Well.
Atlanta rivalry to kick off.
Atlanta.
Wade, the opening night is Buffalo versus the Rams.
3-0 start for New Orleans. Mark is really going to shake his head and say to himself, what in the hell is Alex smoking? Because I have Minnesota beating New Orleans in New Orleans.
In the Super. Ooh. Okay.
Well, that's a dome team versus a dome team. I don't really think it matters.
And that pisses off the Saints. So the Saints take out that anger that next week against the Seattle Seahawks at home. But then things start to get complicated because you got Cincinnati next, you got Arizona next, you got Las Vegas next, and then you got Baltimore. I think those are all losses.
Damn, hold on. Oh, wait. Time. Ricky. Ain't the Superdomes a hard place to play at?
They have a very great record at home. That's why it's hard to bet against them in any game that they play at home. That dome is just nuts.
Minnesota, Cincinnati, Las Vegas, and Baltimore going in there and winning.
Yep. Well, the Baltimore, I'm like, I know Baltimore, I think I spoke too soon, but I definitely have Las Vegas and Cincinnati beating them in New Orleans. The Ravens will probably put up an effort, but I think Lamar Jackson might get figured out, if you know what I mean. Even though he already has, but I think the Saints are going to kind of remind him, next time you should just know your role and do what, Ricky?
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, so you know what? Now I'm going to go back on just this once. No, I'm giving it to the Saints. So the Saints started a winning streak. They beat the Ravens and then beat the Steelers. Then they go against Playmaker's Rams, and then they got the 49ers and Buccaneers. Well, they're not going to beat the Rams, okay? I mean, you can talk about the Superdome all y'all, but are they going to beat the Rams? No, I don't think so. I mean, if I said that the Rams would lose, Darnell would probably say he would say nothing, but I know for a fact Darnell would take his hat off and throw it and say, what the hell am I saying? But thankfully I didn't say that because I'm not that stupid.
I'd say the same thing myself.
Yeah, well, I think that's Ricky's job to drive Darnell crazy, right? Well, it's anybody's job. But anyway, now the Rams they have the Rams at home, and then they travel on the road to take on San Francisco. Those are losses. But then you go to Tampa. Would I be an idiot if I suggested that there is a possibility the Saints could sweep them?
That's not far-fetched either, because they've been kicking their ass anyway.
Well, we just reviewed Tampa anyway. What did he say for the first Tampa games?
He said they split.
Yeah. So they beat Tampa. Well, yeah. Well, they lose to Tampa on this one, but then they beat Atlanta. They do beat the Browns. Well, depends on how it goes. But you know what? I gotta give it to Cleveland. No, against the Eagles. This is probably would have been a situation where I got to get the Saints to win, but it's probably not going to happen. They lose Philadelphia, but they finish the season with a win against the Panthers.
If I did this correctly, Bearman has Jameis Winston and the new look New Orleans Saints at 8-9.
Wade, if he comes back, it'll be the middle of the season.
8-9 for the New Orleans Saints.
I said what I said, right?
Do you want my real quick summary?
Go ahead.
8 wins.
Now you go 8-9.
Ninth in strength of schedule. Okay. I believe I did have them sweeping Tampa in my listing there. I know I had them sweeping the Panthers.
Yeah.
So there's
sweeping the Falcons too.
Yeah. So I had them pretty decently good in the division. It's outside the division. That's what scares me a lot. Cheese wins against Seattle, Pittsburgh. It's again like I see them in games, but I don't see them winning games. They just traded a viable part of their defense away today to Philly, which I think may come back to bite them. And
you mean Gardner Johnson?
Yes. That's a very viable piece of their defense. That took away a defensive spot. And I kind of have to question the health of Mr. Michael Thomas, whom I really don't think there's any other supporting cast on that team besides him. And running back, I believe they're kind of thin.
They got the duo back.
I don't care. I don't care if they've got a three-headed monster with a big 40-inch dick. That team does not have very many viable options to pass the ball to. They are going to be in a lot of tough games.
Let me say it for everybody, because everybody refusing to say it, but I'm gonna say it for everybody. Damn it, they don't got Sean Payton coaching no more. Let's just call it what it is. Sean Payton's no longer there. They gave it to Dennis out. James Winston come off ACL surgery, and Mike Thomas, he just got back and he got hurt again. But Mark Ingram's back. Alvin Kamara is still there at the moment being. For those of you who don't watch college football like I do, Chris Olave from Ohio State is a damn good receiver from college, and I believe he'll translate over to the NFL quite well. Okay. So yeah. You know what? You go. Let me think. 2-4 in the division. No, 4-2 in the division. I messed that up. 4-2 in the division. Okay. Home to the Vikings. That's a dub. Home to the Seahawks. That's a dub. Okay, I can give it Bellman when it comes to Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati can pull that off. At Arizona, what week is that? That would be week 7. DeAndre Hopkins makes his debut for the season. Give me. Oh, that's a Thursday night game, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go Cardinals. I gotta follow my route, correct? I gotta go Arizona. Home to Vegas. Home to Baltimore. They split those. They'll win one, lose one. At Pittsburgh, they'll lose because it's on the road and it's outside the dome. Home to the Rams. Home to the Rams.
He's actually thinking about it. Look at that.
And by the way, this is the first meeting between the two since that infamous NFC divisional game. I think Ricky knows which one I'm talking about.
Yep.
This is the first meeting since that. That's the first meeting since that. And guess what? Who won that game?
The Rams.
The Rams.
Because of a stupid referee, dude.
He got the ball first in overtime with Drew Brees.
You know what? It doesn't even matter because y'all didn't win. It's not like y'all won the Super Bowl that year anyway. So
Wait. Hold on. How old is Drew Brees? Or how old was Drew Brees when he played in that game? 43?
Was he 43?
I think it was like 43. I think, I think his born on date was gone about 4 years before that when he could only throw 10 yards.
The New Orleans Saints beat the Rams in the dome. You lose to that San Francisco. You split with Temporary. Said that you're gonna split with the Falcons, so you'll win the second game at home. Cleveland week 16 as at Cleveland. I'm going Cleveland. Philly week 17. Somehow I think you find a way to beat Philly, and you'll beat Carolina. 10-7.
10 wins. Oof.
10-7.
That sounds like a kick in the nuts.
Hey, I got them winning. I got them winning against my Rams. So.
All right, finally on the docket for tonight's show, the ATL.
I hope my sister's not listening or watching it right now.
Well, if she is, she'll scream at you.
Because this doesn't end well whatsoever.
Well, I'm going to protrude on this one.
Okay, you got Marcus Mariota, Kyle came up. Did you do anything else?
Atlanta's got the 23rd strongest schedule in the NFL.
Well, look at it. You are outside of the division. You got the NFC West. You have the
NFC
AFC
North.
North.
The AFC North.
And you got freaking Carson Wentz on the road.
I have them at 5 wins.
5-12.
I have them at 5 wins.
5-12.
Now,
I think they're one game better than they did last
I
year.
don't remember what I said about the earlier shit. I think I had them losing to the entire division.
No, splitting with Carolina.
Okay, so they got 1 win right there. Seattle. Pittsburgh. 3. Chicago. 4.
Where the 5th one coming at?
I thought I said 4. Did I say 4?
said-
Or did I say 5?
You said 5. You said 5.
Yeah,
I'll
but
throw
you
in.
want
You know.
to
You know what?
go-
I'll throw in an upset. Washington. Washington. There you go. There's my 5. Also, remember, they are also minus a receiver who spent majority of last year on the injured reserve and is now suspended for the entire year for betting.
Oh, and by the way, whoever decided it was a great idea to break into his house and steal his stuff, I hope they catch your ass. I really do.
There's my
'Cause
5.
no matter what he did, nobody should be going into his house and stealing stuff.
So
You're not wrong, buddy. I mean, we should even mention. You mentioned this. That Washington player that got robbed, that got shot multiple times.
who actually showed up to the combine today, to the practice facility?
Yeah, he was released from the hospital, so that's a good news that Brian Robinson doesn't have life-threatening injuries.
And he immediately comes to work immediately. He says, "Now I'm going back to work." Look at that.
Well, let's.
I did say y'all was split with the Saints. Y'all was split with the Panthers. You're not beating Tampa. Hell, you're coming at us. Y'all not beating us. You're not beating San Fran. Matter of fact, you got both LA teams on your schedule. You gonna lose to both of them. You at home to Chicago, you'll win that one. You go to Seattle, you'll find a way to lose that one for whatever reason. And you probably shouldn't, but you'll find a way. You go to Cincinnati, you damn sure ain't beating Cincinnati. I'm going to give Carson Wentz the Falcons game.
Are you serious?
I'm giving Carson Wentz the Falcons game.
No.
It's in DC.
No
I'm giving
fucking
Carson Wentz that
way. No fucking way.
I'm giving Carson Wentz that win.
You giving him hazard pay when you fucking have him play that game too?
I got him going 4-13.
1 win less than me.
I have Washington going 4-13.
1 less win than me. I had them at 5. You got them at 4.
No, you had him at 6.
Kurt, calm yourself, all right? We're going to talk about that on Saturday. You better be front and center when I just give you the fucking lowdown on that division.
Saturday, Kurt, 4:00.
Yes, 4 o'clock. Your butt better
Saturday.
be posted in front of the TV, the laptop, the tablet, the phone. I'm pronouncing the AFC West on Saturday. Don't you worry. It's a beautiful thing.
3-14 for the Atlanta Falcons.
All right, Alex, give him the. No, he dropped the game now.
3-14.
Wow, he dropped a game. Holy shit! Is that because I yelled at you about fucking dual ankles Wentz?
No, I'm giving Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz will beat the Falcons in DC.
By the way, we had the.
You heard it here first. Carson Wentz will beat the Atlanta Falcons in DC.
Kurt, I'm going to message you after the show, by the way.
Well, you know what I think? It's the exact same thing of what Ricky said.
Oh, you giving them 5?
5-12.
Yeah.
5-12.
Wow. I gotta hear
I
this,
mean-
Alex. Give me the lowdown.
Hold on.
No,
Let me
well,
get.
did you-
They splitting with Carolina, so that's 1. They're not beating the Saints or the Bucks. Seattle, West would be 2. Chicago would be 3. Let me think of Carson Wentz would be 4.
Yeah. They're not.
Let me guess. Let
Carson
me
Wentz
guess.
is not beating Atlanta. Okay.
Let me guess. Pittsburgh coming to the ATL, they're gonna take an L.
Yep.
That would be your 5.
Yep.
The same shit that I said.
Because if we're talking realistically speaking, Ricky, that's just the way I see it. I mean, I can't possibly put it any different.
It's the truth, though. I'm sorry. Like it's just
It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And so help me God.
I'm so glad that great minds think alike. All right.
Well, considering
outside of
I've been learning
Pitts.
from you, right, Ricky?
Outside of Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson, what does the Falcons got that's gonna beat Washington?
A great mascot.
A better owner?
Oh, I can't wait to see the Washington mascot this year.
A better owner?
Okay,
Well, that's okay. Well, no, they're about even.
The owner doesn't play.
The owners are about even.
The owners don't play. No matter how
Which one has
bad Daniel Snyder is.
which one has the more negative publicity and the notoriety?
They don't even talk about him anymore. Like he used to be.
About Washington.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, you talk about Atlanta.
Either
coverages for both.
exactly because they're fucking both dumpster fires. Teams that were prominent are now dumpster fires.
Well, I don't think Washington was ever prominent. I mean, Washington probably hasn't been prominent since 1991.
Man, that game is in DC, and you talking about a dome team going outside. I'm taking the outside team.
No. Washington is a complete letdown every year. Didn't they win the division with like 7 wins like 2 years ago? The year Tampa won the Super Bowl? They won the division with 7 wins.
Yep.
It's horrible. And they got to have a home game on top of it. Ugh.
All right. So
They almost beat Tampa too, didn't they?
Yeah, they almost did with their 4th string quarterback.
was that
Well, yeah, we'll give them that.
Tyler Heineke?
Yeah, their 4th string quarterback, Tyler Heineke.
Tyler Heineke. So let's see here. We have not disagreed on the division winner not one time yet. We all got Buffalo winning the East. The Eagles winning the NFC East. We all got Cincinnati winning the AFC North. We all got Green Bay winning the NFC North. We all got Indianapolis winning the AFC South. And we all got Tampa Bay winning the NFC South. The records might be different.
I'm sorry, but the frickin' South divisions are just complete trash. They are both trash. Come on, let's be honest. There's only been really 3 teams over the last few years that have legit dominated those divisions. Tennessee, the Colts, and the Bucks. Over the last few seasons, those are the only teams to dominate. It's like Houston and Jacksonville can't get going no matter what head coach they have, what quarterback they have. Carolina's always going to be mediocre because freaking Christian McCaffrey gets hurt every year. And it's out usually majority of the season. The Falcons haven't been good since the Super Bowl. Come on. When are these teams, when are the 5 teams in those 2 divisions going to start to step up? And again, this year is not one of those years. It's embarrassing.
And then we're down to one side of the country left.
And oh my God, what a war are we going to have on Saturday?
Which one of us gonna have some headaches trying to figure out the West?
I have no
somebody
headaches.
Somebody gonna get a headache trying to pick this out.
I've already picked my prediction.
Oh,
You wrote it down. I picked my prediction.
I did. When I wrote it down?
Because we said it on Pipe Bomb Radio. I made my prediction already. I already told you. You said you wrote it down. That I put it in black and white of the prediction that I made. You said you wrote it down. I've already made my prediction.
I didn't write it.
You didn't write it down? Are you kidding me?
I didn't write it down.
Well, we don't have the episode recorded anymore because Spreaker deleted it.
I didn't write it down.
That fucking flaming dumpster fire deleted the show, so we can't even. There's actually no physical evidence of it, but I did make my prediction already, like a month ago.
So here's the program. So Saturday we're gonna finish it off our predictions with the West, and then that following Tuesday we're gonna give our playoff teams based on what we predicted our seedings, and you will see how that goes. And then we'll preview opening night. Will be the 8th. But everybody who should already know.
Well, the game is the 8th. We go on the air on the 6th.
I know. I'm saying for the 8th.
Alrighty. So that does it for tonight's South preview, NFC and AFC. Bearman, you got any final comments for the peoples?
I said what I said. That's it.
D?
I should never started that. He's taking that from me now, because as soon as I started saying that, he started using it.
We're gonna start having copyright issues on the show.
Oh my!
We're all part of Pipe Bomb Radio, so
yes.
I mean, hey, he says the truth, the whole truth of the phrase. So, Darnell, you're not any better than me, my friend.
He has a point on that one.
All right.
No,
well,
you know what?
We all say squish the fish. We all say squish the fish. So
you know what? No, I have never said squish the fish.
I think you may have said it once or twice on Fridays, but I'll let it slide. I'm okay.
Did I use that to set you up to
No.
get you going?
No.
Okay.
No, but the luck comment.
The whole truth thing was a moniker that Bearman said, and we agreed that was going to be our motto.
The luck comment did though. That got you pretty good.
What comment?
Andrew Luck wasn't very lucky.
Like,
that is great.
That was good. I couldn't help it. Tomorrow, Bearman, you ready for tomorrow?
damn right I am. My top 4, like you said.
Oh my.
Yes, and the Master of Mayhem will not be here for that tomorrow, so you guys are on your own.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that is a damn shame. He put me on a hot seat.
Well, you have to let the children go every once in a while.
You asked for it, so.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't expect me to go to a ball game tomorrow, but that's besides the point.
I didn't.
So tomorrow's schedule for Pipe Bomb Radio and the Bearing Down the Gridiron. Pipe Bomb Radio will be on at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bearing Down the Gridiron will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have Motley Metal at 5 p.m. on Thursday. Flashback Fridays at 4 p.m. And then we're back again on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more ArchRivals football. On behalf of the Playmaker and the Bearman, I am the Master of Mayhem, and we're out of here. You've just experienced ArchRivals Football Season 4. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Arch episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLShop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merch at amazing prices. Tune in again next time for ArchRivals Football Season 4.